call all Yahawah and Yahawah, and that's just saying all praises to the Most High in the name of Islam in the Hebrew. But I just want to make this quick lesson real quick about the weather and how stuff been trippy lately. Like you got this stuff going on with the storms like in the Midwest. We got a flooding, hail, all type of different stuff, and that's mentioned in second esdras too also. I'm gonna let this video play and I'm gonna talk about how well, I'll let the actual video speak on it, about how the weather manipulated. That's why you see planes, they fly and spray chemtrails. You got different towers that put out certain radiation and frequency. They can alter the weather. I'm gonna let this play. This is another guy channel. He bring out a lot of information about this stuff right here. It's called The Real BP Earthwatch, which just means Bible Prophecy Earthwatch. I'm gonna let this play.
Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, going up through Tennessee, Alabama, and Missouri, all the way across. But look at this. You're seeing two things, very powerful thunderstorms.
And see, they aiming it towards certain regions, because normally right now you have like heavy storms coming through Florida. That's the area where I was staying at. And now I'm up in the Midwest now, which I don't care about nobody knowing where I'm at. Them devils, they monitor every goddamn thing any damn way, so fuck them. But anyway, they got an attack on the Midwest because that's where a lot of crops and agriculture and stuff grow. Same thing happened like in Vietnam. They were trying to bring the food trucks in, gun supplies and all that. They did the weather warfare so they can flood out them trenches and all that mud and shit down there.
But also very large areas of flash flooding. You've got tornado warnings here in Texas, and it kind of moves up that entire line. But look at the maroon images just below the severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado watch area all across this. But again, going back to the maroon images, flash flood warnings.
I just want to show a little bit of that map so you can kind of visualize what I'm about to play right now.
That message calls for new frontiers, new vision. It calls for us taking the steps now that will make us no longer second in space and in science.
No, hold on. Let me run this back. Now, right here at the top is President Lyndon Johnson talking about controlling the weather in 1963. So you know by now, they definitely know how to really do this stuff.
Make us no longer second in space and in science. It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that would permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
You hear that? Let me play that back one more time. Say, he who controls the weather controls the world. That's how these devils think, though. Well, they time running short, though. Let me play it back one more time.
May the 20th, 29th.
Ultimately, to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
Hey, with the rain on their parade, but I'm about to go into this chapter real quick. Just in second Ezra's chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail to the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands. And that's what you got going on too. And I'm going to play a few more clips. This going on over in Haiti. You don't hear too much about it, but it's going down over there. It's actually been going down over there.
It's not lying.
And the Haitians are the tribe of Levi. For people that like to be like, oh, the 12 tribes chart is inaccurate, because it makes perfect sense that still to this day they call themselves priests, even though they call themselves voodoo priests. That's just them being wicked, because they was doing that shit back then too, just was worshiping Baal and other deities and stuff like that. But these are the same people that descend from the same tribe Moses and Aaron descend from.
The US has so far been silent on the accusations. Violent anti-government protests have been raging in the capital for weeks now.
situation in Haiti is escalating. A population that is largely unemployed, without electricity, and without money, wants the president out.
And that's what's going on in Venezuela, too. I'll pull that up in a minute afterwards. And that's coming here. So, the looks on people's faces that you see now, a lot of people, they actually know something about to pop off. They can, like, feel it. It be that vibe sometimes. So, a lot of people be on edge, real anxious, in a rush, low patience. So, you let the lights go out for a month, food trucks running and all that shit. Hey, all hell gonna be breaking loose.
Today, the country has reached an end. The population can no longer accept the situation.
No one is out at night now. There's reduced nightlife. Now all the streets are dark. You just don't know what you're going to run into. You just can't go anywhere.
Now, in addition to their other grievances, the protesters have linked the government to one of the worst massacres in the recent history of the country.
And the reason why, because they do a lot of organ harvesting down there too. They know who we are, so they want to get the top organs. Say dozens of men, women, and children tortured and killed. Women raped and set on fire in the presence. Bodies of victims, hold on, let's see. It said it was fed to the dogs and pigs. So this was going on down there. Local gangs and government officials accused of being behind atrocity. Which that's what's going on now. We see all these little events take place in these mosques and these synagogues and shit like that. Who you think do that? Who you think orchestrating that shit? Random person just running up in there doing none of that. You got ex-military agents, Blackwater, CIA, whatever branch they fall up under. It'd be psyops, and they control it so they can go in and do the organ harvesting and pass the laws and all this different stuff. I'm gonna read some more. It says in 2 Ezra chapter 15, started at verse 16, it said, "For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And that's what you see going on. For the people to be like, oh, this book was infiltrated.
They were shooting and I was running to save my life. It was a terrible massacre.
They were dressed in police uniforms with masks on their faces. They snatched people and killed them.
Now, the United Nations has launched an investigation.
Of course, that's what they always do. They launch an investigation. First they set it up, then they play like they're investigating when they know the whole time what the fuck going on. Then they send their UN troops in.
Now, in March, 104 members of the U.S. Congress signed a letter to the U.S. Secretary of State calling for an independent investigation. As of yet, there has been no answer.
We urge you to support thorough and independent investigations into both the corruption allegations that sparked the current crisis and the human rights violations, including extrajudicial killings that have reportedly taken place.
But the Trump administration seems confident in the aligned regime.
We have always underscored in our statements as well as our diplomatic conversations our belief in legitimacy of Haiti's institutions and its elected officials.
Yeah, because they put them in there. But anyway, I'm finna go to another clip real quick. Something I was looking at when I was dozing off. See, this is what you got going on right now. This was coming to Babylon. It ain't happened yet. That's what they call it, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Because it ain't been popped yet. It ain't been fucked yet. Got people wilding out because once people start losing money, their comfort, food, this will happen. I'm gonna just play one more clip. Like I said, I ain't gonna make this too long.
Let's go tell people they'll only pay for what they need with Liberty Mutual. Fine, I'll drive.
But they say the scriptures was infiltrated though. This second Ezra's playing out right here. What it say right here? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of course they actually shall stand in their power." This is what's going on right now. They ain't regarding none of them so-called officials. And this going on over Algeria. So shit breaking out all over the world right now. And the Most High saving the best for last. So I'm let me close this down. End this off with this. Cause this was gonna happen over here. You got people shipping trains and shit around, not trains, but tanks and stuff around. Matter of fact, let me pull that clip up real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I was looking at some of the Akin from Man of Valor camp video. One of the elders from their camp posted this video where it said, and down south, I definitely seen plenty of this shipping military equipment around, positioning in certain places, opening up them FEMA camps and all that.
Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Okay, this is what we got. A whole line of motherfucking tanks that just ran through. When that train drove by me just now, that motherfucker was hella loud. Okay, we had Las Vegas, Nevada, can room, you know what I'm saying?
And the reason why they're setting all this stuff up, because they're going to lock down a lot of these cities too when shit start hitting the fan. So people can't travel and just move around freely like they want. And that's what this scripture talking about in 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse, let's see what I'm going to start at. Verse 18 said, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's why when you read the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1, when it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, a lot of these niggas to be on this so-called tough nigga shit and want to look at their own kind with an evil-ass eye. Them going to be the niggas that's going to be afraid. And the ones that's not, women going to take heed of that, and they going to see, like, dang, why he ain't scared, why ain't nothing happening to him, what's different. They're going to be trying to cleave on. A lot of these chicks going to be getting curved, too. Like, all the curving you done did to a lot of men, like, that shit going to come right back on y'all in dire times when shit really be serious. But anyway, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Oh, and Salaka, I meant to read this verse right here. This is the main point for showing the other video. It says in verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And the reason why? Because you don't have shit like this around. So Lord was willing, you know, this is edifying. Call all Yahawah, Shalom to the elect, shalom to all the elders and other teachers and all the apostles bringing all this information. Hey, the Most High doing the same, man, on a high level, orchestrating it. And all these scriptures coming to pass. For the people that don't believe, hey, this stuff still gonna come to pass, whether you believe or not. Shalom.